What's up, guys? It's Markin. Today I want to give you my first impressions on Gears of War Judgment's new multiplayer mode called OverRun. Alright guys, so OverRun is a class-based game mode. Pits the COG against the Locust, classic Gears of War style. In the new Judgment, all the multiplayer main modes like Team Deathmatch, King of the Hill, etc. are COG versus COG now. So there are no Locusts in the normal multiplayer. It's like a red versus blue COG, such as just like Halo. So in this OverRun mode, it is COG versus Locust, just like all the other Gears, but it's all class-based. The COG are defending an E-hole cover. They basically have covered up an E-hole. For those of you that don't know, that's what the Locusts use to attack. They basically come from underground through an E-hole. So the COG are trying to defend it, and right there, basically the COG have put a cover over the E-hole so the Locusts cannot get out of it. And what the Locusts are trying to do is destroy the cover so that they can come out of the E-hole to attack, and the COG are trying to defend said cover. Now, you just saw me run through a bunch of barriers. There are barriers set up. If you guys ever played Beast Mode or Horde Mode from all the other Gears, you know that you would set up barriers to help basically prevent the Locust from getting into your setup, and basically to protect you. Same deal here. See, they have green lines around the outside of them. It shows the barrier strength. Now, the Locusts have to get through the barriers and then get to the E-hole cover, and the COG obviously have to repair those barriers as best they can if the Locusts damage them. Now, the class that I'm playing right now, like I said, it is a class-based game mode. So the class I'm playing right now is the Engineer. He has that ability to throw out a turret, which actually does some serious work. I don't use it a lot this game. This is like the second game I ever played, so I didn't really know all the ins and outs yet. But he has the ability to throw out a turret, which is pretty powerful, and he also has the ability to repair the barriers that the Locusts destroy. He's the only class that can repair. So these barriers that you saw, basically you will take out your repair tool, a la Battlefield, to repair whatever barriers they cut down. Now, the other three classes for COG, there's Soldier class, which the ability is ammo. It allows you to throw out ammo to resupply your teammates. There's a Medic class, which allows you to revive your teammates, and there's also a Scout class, which allows you to throw out sensor grenades, which basically lights them up, just like lights up the enemy, like Ghost Recon that just came out. I shouldn't say just came out; it came out like a year ago. The sensor grenades, just like that, where it'll show you a real-time position of the enemy. Now, every single class as well has their own specific weapon they use. So, for instance, the Engineer has the Gnasher, and that's the only weapon they have, and so on and so forth. Every class has a different weapon. So I'm not going to get into that now, but just as a heads up. And on the Locust side, you have 8 different classes that you can choose from. As you gain points, more classes become unlocked to you. So you start out with 4, I believe, and as you gain points, you will get unlocked to more classes. Now, right now we have 10 seconds left. The E-hole covers at 17%, so I took down that Grenadier to stop him from destroying it, and now we have this Berserker who came in with 3 seconds left and brought that down to 10%, and I was able to take her out before time went down to save the E-hole. Now, what it is the Locust. There are 3 different sets of E-holes. So if I'm playing as the Locust first and we destroy the E-hole cover, the map will basically back up, kind of like Rush in Battlefield. The map will back up, it'll reload, and then you'll go at it again. So there's 3 different areas. The Locusts have to try to destroy the E-hole covers on all 3 areas. Whenever the COG can stop you, that's where the Locust ends. So even if you don't get the first E-hole cover as a Locust, you do not get to move on to the next 3, or to the next 2, I should say. It's just you go until you stop. So if COG stops you on the first time, like we stopped them on the first time, that is it. They're all done. Now it switches over to teams, so now we're on the Locust side, so all we need to do is get this first E-hole cover and we will win the game. Now if the other team got 2 E-hole covers, we would need to get all 3 in order to win. So it's, somewhat of a best out of 3, I guess you could say, but whenever the locusts get stopped, that's it. They're all done. They cannot advance any farther. Now, the game mode is actually a lot of fun so far. It's very, very good to play with friends. If you have a party of 3 or 4 or even 5, it would be absolutely perfect. I just ran solo this round, and I enjoyed myself. It definitely wasn't as much fun as playing with friends, but overall, I think OverRun is a very, very good new mode that it adds a little bit of spice to Gears World. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching, and stay active. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, guys. On the left here, you have my Battlefield video, where I talk about how close games are great, and much, much better than just absolute blowouts. And on the right, you have Skate 3 gameplay, where I ask you what games you play to just relax and chill out. And as always, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and click my name at the bottom. It'll sub you right up. Thanks, guys.